Okay, so now we're going to do this little locking portion of the slide lock. So I'm trying to give you bite-sized chunks because this will define a tool for you guys as well. So when you do this, this is going to be a sweep like we've used before. You will need to make a path. So your path will just be these lines, all right? And then your sweep is going to be this circle, okay? But what you have to realize is that you have to make your path on one plane, and then your circle needs to be on the complementary perpendicular plane. So what we're going to do is I'm going to choose this top plane for my first sketch portion of the sketch, which is going to be the arm. Okay, so I'm going to go from the center line, and I'm going to make sure I'm going straight out. And then I'm going to go, it's going to get all kind of crazy because, all right, there. Right. So now remember we have to recreate these to what they need to be. So that needs to be 142. So it's going to get a little crazy here. Then this one, come on, needs to be 40. You see how it stayed in the same ratio? Oh, come on. Okay. This needs to be 68.25. And then this one, you can do it, needs to be 30. Okay, so this is what we have if you look at this path. Now I need to get these radius in here, radii, I suppose. So it's a 5. It's at 5. So just come into your, do a sketch, and you'll pick 2 arms. It already has a radius of 5, but you can double click on that if you need to change it. Okay, and then the tool's still active, so I'm just going to keep doing that, and the 5 should remain active as well. So I just need to do that radius on 3 of them. So now I have this portion of my drawing on this one plane. So now I'm going to say I'm happy with that. And I'm going to zoom in, and on this plane here, okay, the right plane, well, not the top, already there. On the right, this plane here, I'm going to do a sketch. Now the reason I'm picking that one, if you can tell, is see how it's 90 to my top? And it's also allowed me to do a center point, which works out pretty well for this specific project. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pick another sketch. I want it on this right plane. Okay. So if it lets me, I'm just going to, select my plane, maybe. I don't want to pick any other plane. I want to pick the right plane, and it won't let me. That's why this program, makes me so happy. No. This one. Turn that one off. And I want this one. Oh, it's already there. And then I'm just being wise, I suppose. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to make a circle. Now, I don't want my circle to be that big. Remember, the cutout of this slide lock that we were making this for is 8. So we want this one to be 7.5. So I'm going to go ahead and make that 7.5. See it? And then you see that this is already kind of piercing the center point of that circle. Okay. So now I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to pick sweep. And I want it to be solid, and I want it to be new. So I want this to be the shape. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to my path, and I want this whole piece to be my path. Okay. And that should do it for the locking portion of the slide lock.